About Pilippa. Pilippa Pérez Pons is a passion front-end developer engineer at DoorDash with dedication to building innovative web applications that enhance user experience and drive efficiency. Originally from Chile and now based on the Bay Area, passionate about improving underrepresented groups, she has mentored young girls through Linux Pro, contributed to Django Girls, and co-organizer GSCOF Chile 2023 and JavaScript Chile 2023, fostering inclusive tech community. I am so honored to introduce you, Pilippa, today. Thank you, Pilippa. You can take the stage.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. I will project my screen. Let me a second. Today, we do a Kahoot, and also we will start to learn about Cloudflare and a little bit about React. So I will start the Kahoot. Yay! And I will expand the QR. I will move this. Mute. I put in mute the sound because I feel like distracted. So it's like, oh no, sounds awesome. So let me check. Awesome. So we are waiting that all people do sign in the game. And we will start in 1 minute. So we are playing a Kahoot. So I think that we are almost. And I wonder if someone is missing. I will move to this here. And cool. So I think that we are all in the Kahoot. If someone is missing to join. Okay. So I think that we are 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we are 7. Awesome. Cool. I will start. So and the tool is a world without limit, because currently one of the main ideas to create this tool is because sometimes as a non-native English speaker, we have some barriers with when we are trying to understand, for example, a video or paper or other kind of content. So the idea is to create something that you can speak and you can understand the other person, even independent in not regarding to the language is something that is no need to be a barrier. So welcome, and we continue. So to have a context that why is very important. Regarding to the World Health Organization, we have over 1 million of people, like 16% of people that has disability. That is one of 6 people between us has one disability, and it can be something that you can see, like for example, when is something that you can see, like for example, something physical, or it can be something mental, that is something that we can see, like for example, depression, ADD, or other kind of mental disease. So we start immediately with the questions, because we started to speak about what is the portion of people who has in a kind of disease or kind of disability regarding to the World Health Organization. And yes, one of in six people, one of the six of us can have a disability. So awesome. Thank you. Congrats, Anna. To have more context, we spoke about what is the percentage and what is the metric regarding how many people can have disability. But the other topic that I want to touch is regarding to the language, because even when there are a percent of the people who has a disabilities, we need to know also the how many languages we have in the world. Currently, we have 7,000 and more languages in the world. That is the 20% of and the 20% only speak English. So we have the 80% of people that doesn't speak English, and there are more than 7,000 languages. So every person speak at least one different from the 80%, one different language that is not English. Regarding to that, we need to consider that also for that we have like different language that even there is a translation in Google. So there are a lot of languages that doesn't have a way that you can compare with the English or can compare with your own languages in internet. So regarding to that and the way that we join these two topics that are really different, because we have the disability, we have the languages, but regarding to the how we communicate in the videos, we have something that is when you are seeing a video, you can use captions. But if you don't have caption for your own language, it's something that is very challenging. We have that 80% of people who use captions doesn't have that disability. So it's something that is they don't have disability to hear. It's because they have challenge with the language, with the barrier from the language. And mostly these 80% of people that use caption are not English native speakers. And regarding to the FABLE study, they said that when you incorporate caption in your videos, you improve your metrics and also increase the video time that people maintain the view in see your videos. So it's 12%. That is a really good metric. And other good, for example, there is other research that is from Google that said that when you put captions in your video, you receive 7.3% more views. So between 12 and 7, I think that is a really good amount of views from a video. And questions? Oh, 80%. So regarding to this challenge that we have that I mentioned before, there are more than 7,000 languages, and not all languages has caption available because there isn't a conversion for English because it's something that is not mapped yet. And the other topic is the translation occurs. Is something that is very important because when you are speaking, for example, about some topic about farm, there are, for example, a bag. It can be 1 pound or it can be 1 kilo, but you don't know if your doesn't have the. We continue with the quiz. So I forgot to mention that number, but there are amount of a percentage. Yes, it's like the 43% from the videos in the world in the regarding to the state of caption report that has only captions. Only 43% of videos had captions. So before the demo, we spoke about regarding what is the content because we do the tool. We will speak about the technical part. So the technical part, we have the front end and the back end following the giant stack architecture. Here in the front end, we have something that is the React code that we push to the GitHub, and we connect Cloudflare Pages and with GitHub. And when we connect the repository from GitHub to Cloudflare Pages, we will have the deploy in the domain that is Cloudflare Pages. These occur and this occur in Cloudflare Pages. These allow you to have a page that is in the edge. What mean is in the edge? That means that if you are positioned in Europe, in United States, and South America, on every place of the world, you will see your page. You will see the page in a low latency. So it's very good because you don't have the latency regarding to have the server in another country on another continent. So when we spoke about the V in the edge, that means that is the server that is more near to you. So Cloudflare Pages allow you to host your code, allow you to host your all that is the React and the front end. And the other side, when we have the page, we connect the page to with API is connected to the backend. In the backend, we have the Cloudflare Workers. Cloudflare Workers is allow you to push code and in the backend and in a serverless in a serverless way. And you can run like an environment that allow you to create API. We have here that we connect Cloudflare Worker to OpenAI that is allow you to do the audio translation, the transcription. And after with Cloudflare AI, we do the translation because we have the transcription and we can do the translation to the language that we want. And after that, with Cloudflare Stream, that is for manage videos and captions, we do upload the video and also add the captions that we generate with Cloudflare AI. So, please. Awesome. Yes. Cloudflare Pages allow you to host the React frontend because it's connected with your repository and also deploy your version of the frontend. And distribute it in a global and fast way because it's in the edge. So the next technology that we use, it was React. React allowed you to create front-end pages. Also is a declarative and also is component-based architecture. So you can create several views and following this architecture that every component is every small piece of your UI. Also, you have use effect. This is one of the a lot of hooks that we have that allow you to use for asynchronous handle data or every asynchronous state. Or every data you want to change in the view. Also, we use controller component for the user input management that also allow you to have components that are controlled and uncontrolled. The way that React compare all that is regarding to the changes is with the virtual DOM. The virtual DOM is a tree that has all the changes, and after that do the comparison with the efficiency update with the DOM and change all that is different. Yes, the virtual DOM. We come back to the Cloudflare Pages. Before we spoke about that is allow you to host your pages in the way that is also in the name. And it's following this Jamstack architecture that is an architecture that allow you to maintain and this that accumulate all that is the front end to the backend. So you have different layers. That is okay. You have the web experience in a layer, and after that you have in the Cloudflare Workers your business layer. So and logic. This allows you to have more flexibility, scalability, performance, and maintainability. This is the Jamstack. Cloudflare Pages, as mentioned before, is you can integrate with GitHub and also with your continuous integrations. And is deployed in the edge. That means that is you can have a low latency your page in your browser. So it's something that is very amazing because always you will contact the server that is near to you. As mentioned before, it has a low latency because it's in the edge, and the TTFB, that is the time to first byte, will be very small because it's near to you, it's near the service near to the user. So also previously we spoke about the Cloudflare Workers. And these Cloudflare Workers we use in the backend to create APIs. It's a serverless function. So when you need it, you use. But if you don't need it, you don't have the server that it will have host all that information. So when you do the request, you will have that response because it's serverless. So it's like if you use it, you will have need to pay for that. But currently, Cloudflare Worker is very cheap, and Cloudflare Worker you don't need to pay for if you are doing side projects because the price is very like a $5 for get all infrastructure is very good. I mentioned before, Cloudflare Workers allow you to create APIs, so you can have all your backend. It's not needed you have only JavaScript. You can have also Python. Has a low latency because it's in the edge that I mentioned before, and you can integrate with other services like, for example, OpenAI, Cloudflare Stream, Cloudflare AI, Cloudflare KB. You can integrate with another API also. the ability to run the code and the Cloudflare Edge, reducing latency because in the edge. So Cloudflare Stream is the platform that allow you to manage all videos. So that means that you can upload videos, you can download, you can add captions, you can create playbacks, and also you can deliver this video. It's very good because you have an API that allow you also do that. Also is a adaptive tray streaming for optimal payback. That means that is a good, really good for videos that will have the best video that you can create. Yes, video storage. Clover TV um, is um, is a globally distributed key value. It's like has a dictionary, and that way you can put a key and you put a value. So it's low latency because it's in the edge also, and it's globally distributed. So it's something that is managed in every server. We have, if we need it, we have the values. The other situation that happened with this is good to store metadata. For example, language preference and catch data or any data that is not so important. Why is that? Because they use eventually consistent. That is very different with the persistent consistent. And the eventually consistent, that means that is the replication of the information goes server by server. So if you are saving some very critical information, it's possible that you don't have the information very updated. So for that is the idea to use no critical data. Double point. Awesome. We spoke about that. That is like as I eventually consistent is something that we need to be very aware about that. Yes, no critical data. So OpenAI is a company, but also has some services on API. Allow you to have the API that will be used is API that do automatic speech recognition. And this is that we use for the transcribe the video to the transcribe to the test. So we'll choose also the language detection about the video, and we'll integrate this with Cloudflare Worker to generate caption and in a dynamic way. Is high quality translation for accessibility too. So we start with the demo, and the demo is something I will do. Yeah. So as this is the project that has all these technologies. So we are seeing the and here that is Pages, and this is because it's deploying in Cloudflare Pages. We have, for example, I need to put sound here. Yes, and this with sound, yes. So here we have, we choose this, and we have two kind of caption, English and Spanish. And we start with the first. In English. So we have a video that is in Spanish, but we can create the all that is regarding to the caption in Spanish and English. Also, if you are working with Cloudflare Stream and doing all that is with AI and that the translation, you can create also a video that's, for example, I speak Spanish, but I can have a French and also I can choose the audio as a French. So, and you can use the model from OpenAI on other AI, other models in a way that you can recognize the voice of the person and also do train the model and set and try to do the model speak with your tone in another language. So in this case, in my case, I don't speak French. So regarding to the code, we will go to the first for the front end. And the front end, the main part is has context about the user state, and because React and you can have the user state that allow you to change the state from a variable. Here we have what is the card that is activated. And also we have the use effect that when something happened, we can modify the state or we can modify the behavior of something. So here we have, this is very important. We have, for example, we have that the final, we have the current captions. We can do all that is, for example, when we start, we said, okay, if I need some new caption, we add it, or we can with this, and this is a hook that allow you to have all the information. We have if there is loading, the fetch by ID, the add other location, and here we are calling all that is the API that is from the Cloudflare Workers. So in Cloudflare Workers, we have currently something that is this. We can use HONA to do a better handle with the API, but today we only handle in the most simple way, without the most raw way. So we have that is we want to do translation, we call the translate API. If we want to the videos, we call the videos. If we want to the caption, we call the captions. So for the case that do the translation, that is the API that is most important here. And we have the translate video. The translate video will receive the Cloudflare API, the video ID, and the language code that we want to have the video or have the caption. So to get into that, the language stream, we get that. And after that, we in Cabin, that is our key value, that is like a database, but it's like it's a database like it's not persistent, it's the other way that is very not updated. So we have this option to save, that is the in Kavi we have the video and we have, for example, the URL, or we have the other test, that is the audio URL. So we save in there all that is regarding to this video. And how we interact with KV. With KV, we have, for example, to get the value, we only need to use the video, the KV, and get. To add something new, we can put to add something new in the catch. So here we have also the option to, for example, in the options, we have aspirations. We have aspiration TL, that is, for example, you want to save something in KV, that is our catch, but for a specific amount of time. For example, 1 day. So you can specify that in the options. After that, we continue with the get origin transcript. That means that we mentioned that we have the audio, we have the video, but after that we need the audio, know what is the test, and we want to know what is the origin language. So for that, we use all that is get create stream. With the OpenAI, we get the transcriptions, so we can have the original transcription. And also, one of the things with the model from Cloudflare and Meta, we can know what is the language, and we can set, okay, we have in the model and the way that we communicate with the model, we have 4 kind of roles. We have system, we have assistant, we have user. So for this case, when you mention role system, you can set, okay, you are assistant and you need to identify the language. And after that, only mention the language that is this test. And we have currently the original transcript, and we get the original language also. So go back to the translate video. We are here. We have the original transcript, original language, and we need to do the translation to the new languages. So for that, we use again, we specify with the content that the original, the current language to the natural language. And with that, we have the new MBTT, that is the kind of file that we need for captions. We can have this translation. So we have here, we have the caption in the new language, and we need to add to the Cloudflare stream. And for Cloudflare stream, we can use not only we can use the API, we can use also do requests. So for that, we create all the requests and we send to the Cloudflare stream, and we add the caption video. And to get the caption and verify that we have the caption that in the new languages, we can call to the Cloudflare stream. So we have the API stream captions. This is very important because we can have videos, we can have captions, we can have clips. With that, we have the get, that is, I will get from Cloudflare stream the caption get. If we want to put another new, is put. But in this case, to get is get. We pass the video, that is what is the video that we add the captions, and we put the all that is extra information, that is what is the account. To get the video detail, we have the same Cloudflare stream and get. So we can have get the all video, that is all that is regarding to the metadata, the captions, and all the information. And after that, we have the result. This is a way very fast to explain all. And to continue, there is something that is maybe missing. I think that I touched all. Oh, Cloudflare stream download. If you want to do download from the video, you can use the Cloudflare stream, but instead to use caption, instead to get, and you put download, get, and all the video that you need. So if we come back to the Kahoot, I will put this in Next, we have a quiz. So we have which React hook is used to fetch data and perform side effects in a component. Yes, use effect. And which hook is used to manage state in a functional React component? Yay. And continuing, oh, this I didn't mention, but it's very accessible to have different kind of tags for every part of the HTML. And one of them is used when we treat, yes, the button. Because the button has the option to trigger actions. Also, the link A has also trigger action, but this is a redirect or is open a new link. So the button is the best that you can use to trigger actions. Previously, when we are seeing our Cloudflare worker, we saw that we have different APIs, and one of them allow us to retrieve the captions. How we can retrieve, how we can get the captions. Yes, Cloudflare caption get. The same way that we have Cloudflare stream to get captions, get videos, and do download, we have the caveat that allow to store with food. So we do a inspection about how we can set the expiration date in a KV, that is our catch. Yes, the expiration in the put method. So we spoke in the beginning what is the mission about every technology and what is the play role that they will play. Yes. It's very it's very similar to the way that we use KV. That is, we have the event KV, and after that, we use the what is the AI and or KV, and after that, we apply some method. In this case, is how to use to run. So it's we run the model. Following with the last question, that is how we run the model, how we can, yes, the specify IL model. We can have different model and we can specify what model we want. So we mentioned about what kind of roles we have in a model, but in yes, the system user assistant tool. The system allow you to set how will be the behavior of the system. The user is us, who put the message. The assistant is the, for example, when you are speaking with ChatGPT, you have assistant that do the response. But the system is something that we don't see when we are speaking with ChatGPT. Is how we mark the limit, how we do, and how we set will be the interactions. And last one, how do you feel? If you have questions, I will share the repository in a few days more. Oh, cool. Awesome. So the best part. Congrats, Sparkle. Anna. And Nuda. I will take a picture. Awesome, cool. I will start project. Oh my God, I didn't see this view. So this is very funny. Yes, cool. Thank you. If you have question, feel free to ask. And also for the first, I want to know who is the first. Congrats, Nuda.
Yes, we want to find out who is the winner. Pilippa, this was amazing session. I learned so much. I'm so inspired to dig in and learn more. If you have a question, please post in the chat. Yes, session was amazing. So we do have a question from Ainur Saidova. Ainur saying, are caption and audio translation created on the fly, or are they created once, then hosted? Are those translations stored in the cache if they are created on demand? That's a very interesting question, Ainur. Thank you.
Yes, it's a really good question. Currently for the demo, I do all the translation prior to the demo. But currently, when you have the video and you ask for create a new captions, and the first time will be do it the caption on demand. But the second time, it will ask in the KB if this is in the KB. If this is in the KB, we'll use the translation that is stored in there. Because currently for that, we have the KB that we will want have the different translation for the same captions. So the idea is not to do another request to the model to asking the same for the same translation. So we retrieve the caption that we create previously. Currently, we have the time that is this expiration time that we can set, but also we can set for 30 days, more or less. I'm not sure, but I think that are 30 days.
Thank you, Pilippa. I think during the session, Felipe Torres was having a question. You can mute yourself or post in the chat your question if you still have one.
No, I was, yeah, it was mostly that there was an audio in the video, but I think somebody also mentioned it. It was very good talk. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining. Do you have any other questions, Filippa? That was amazing. And also knowing how many people are needed to use the caption because English is not their native language, 80%, that's a big number. Please share if you have more questions in the chat. And in the meantime, I just want to apologize for the today incident. So basically, we mentioned that we take our privacy very seriously in our code of conduct, so we're gonna address the issue. Thank you for joining us today, Pilippa. Thank you for everyone.
Thank you for the
And yeah.
invitation. It was a lovely morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today, and see you in upcoming events. Pilippa, you are just above amazing.
You too. I feel really inspired for both of you, because I think that you are creating something that is beautiful, that is a great environment for learning, and also spread this knowledge is something that is very amazing, and I am really thankful for that.
Thank you, Pilippa. The session was really amazing, and we are also inspired by you. And we will continue with exploring Cloudflare and its possibilities for generating captions and making accessible videos. It was amazing.
Thank
Thank
you.
you everyone for